number 4. Okay, if every element in a row or column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant k, then the value of the determinant is multiplied by k. K means constant. Okay, verification. Let delta equal to any 2 by 2 determinant or 3 by 3. 5, 2, 3, 4. So what is the value? 5 into 4 is 20. Middle value is minus. 3 2s are 6. So 20 minus 6 equal to 14. This is equation 1. Equation 1. And delta 1 equal to, use the property. If every element in a row or column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant k, row or column, you can take any row or column, multiplying by k in first row. Therefore 5 into k equal to 5k, 2 into k equal to 2k, and remaining second row equal to 3 4. Okay, next in first row k is a constant, taking out. So remaining term 5 2 3 4. Now simplify. So k into 5 into 4 is 20. Middle value is already negative. 3 2s are 6. So k into 20 minus 6 equal to 14. So 14k. Where 14 equal to delta. Therefore delta k is the second equation. Okay, that's it. Practice work. Therefore delta 1 equal to k delta. Okay, hence proved. Okay, property 5. If every element in any row or column, can be expressed as the sum of two quantities, then the given determinant can be expressed as the sum of two determinants of the same order, with the elements of the remaining rows or column being the same. Okay, see the property one more time. If every elements in any row or column can be expressed as the sum of two quantities. So delta equal to sum of two quantities, alpha plus x1 and a2 a3, beta plus y1 b2 b3, gamma plus z1 c2 c3. Sum of two quantities, then the given determinant can be expressed as the sum of two determinants of the same order, with the elements of the remaining rows or columns being the same. Okay, how to simplify? See, the same order means alpha a2 a3. The first part is alpha a2 a3, and column 2 equal to beta b2 b3, and third column gamma c2 c3. This is the first part. The middle value is plus, and second determinant is x1 a2 a3, y1 b2 b3, and column 3 is z1 c2 c3. The two determinant, sum of two determinants of the same order. Same order means 3 rows and 3 columns, with the elements of the remaining rows or columns being the same. That's it. Hence proved. Okay, property 6. A determinant is unaltered when to each elements of any row or column is added, those of several other rows or columns multiplied respectively by constant factors. Constant factors. We know already delta equal to A1 B1 C1, A2 B2 C2, A3 B3 C3, and delta 1 be a determinant obtained when two elements of C1 of delta are added, those of second column and third column multiplied respectively by L and M. By L and M. So delta equal to, we know very well, A1 B1 C1, A2 B2 C2, A3 B3 C3, and delta 1 is multiplying by column 1. So column 1 means A1 plus L into B1 plus M into C1. And second A2 plus L into B2 plus M into C2. And third one A3 plus L into B3 plus M into C3. And second column, third column is the same value. So B1, B2, B3. Third column C1, C2, C3. C1, C2, C3. Now split the terms. Split the term. The first part A1, A2, A3. A1, A2, A3. And second part L is the constant. Taking out. Sorry. A1, A2, A3 is the column 1, C1. Column 2 is B1, B2, B3. B1, B2, B3. Column 3 equal to C1, C2, C3. This is the first determinant. First determinant. Middle value is positive plus L is the constant. L is the constant. So taking out. So remaining term is B1, B2, B3. C1 is B1, B2, B2, B3. And C2 is B1, B2, B3. B1, B2, B3. Last C1, C2, C3. Column 3 equal to C1, C2, C3. Okay. Next, in this column, first column, M is the constant. So M taking out. So remaining term is C1, C2, C3, C1, C2, C3. Column 2 value is B1, B2, B3. Column 3 is C1, C2, C3. So in this determinant, B1, B1, B2, B2, B3, B3. C1 is identical to C2. First two values same. By the property of third property, any two rows or columns same value, then the matrix determinant, the value is 0 or identical. So two values are same, B1, B1, B2, B2, B3, B3. The two values are same means in this value is 0. In this determinant value is 0. Last third one, C1 is the same value, C2 is the same value, C3 is the same value. So column 1 identical, column 3 same value. It is 0. It is 0. The remaining part is A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, sorry, A2, C2, C3, sorry, A2, C2, C, okay, B2, this is B2, sorry, B2, C2, A3, C3, B3. That's it. Hence proof. So what is the property? A determinant is unaltered when to each elements of any row or column is added, those of several other rows or columns, multiplied respectively by a constant factor. That's it. Okay, just practice. Okay, next topic is symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. Symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. Okay, definition. A square matrix. A square matrix A is said to be symmetric. A square matrix A is said to be symmetric if A transpose equal to A. The condition is A transpose equal to A. A square matrix A is said to be symmetric means if A transpose equal to A. A transpose already we know very well. A transpose means row interchanging by columns or column interchanging by rows. Okay, this is called symmetric. Next, second one is, the first one is symmetric, second one is skew symmetric. Skew symmetric matrices. Skew symmetric matrix definition 7.18. 7.18. A square matrix A is said to be skew symmetric if A transpose equal to negative A. The result is a square matrix A is said to be a skew symmetric if A transpose equal to negative A. A transpose equal to negative A. This is the condition for skew symmetric. In this result for symmetric, A transpose equal to A. That's it. Okay. Okay. Next, theorem 7.1. For any square matrix A with real number entries, A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix and A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix. So what is the theorem? For any square matrix A with real entries, A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix and A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrices. Proof. Let us consider B equal to A plus A transpose. So what is B value? B is A plus A transpose and B power transpose, which is equal to A plus A transpose the whole transpose. A plus A transpose the whole transpose. And the expanding through A plus A transpose the whole transpose, which is equal to A power transpose plus A power transpose the whole transpose. Already we know very well the property. A transpose the whole transpose is, let us consider A, which is equal to A. A transpose the whole transpose equal to A. Therefore, the result is A plus A transpose equal to B. This implies A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix. Next, we let us consider C equal to A minus A transpose. So, C value is A minus A transpose. Then we see that C power transpose, which is equal to A plus minus A the whole transpose the whole power transpose. And expanding through the transpose of A power transpose plus minus A power transpose the whole transpose, which is equal to A power transpose minus A transpose the whole transpose. A power A transpose the whole transpose equal to A. We know very well A. Therefore, the result is A transpose minus A. This minus I am taking outside. Minus into A minus A transpose, which is equal to minus C. This result is called skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric matrices. Theorem 7.1 proof that B equal to A plus A transpose. Let B equal to A plus A transpose. So B transpose, which is equal to A plus A transpose the whole transpose. Okay. Now expanding the term, this transpose comes to the side, A transpose plus A transpose the whole transpose. Already we know very well A transpose the whole transpose equal to what is the property? A. Already we know very well in 10th standard. A transpose the whole transpose equal to A. Now substitute A transpose the whole transpose equal to A. A plus A transpose. Therefore result can be A plus A transpose. This result is called, it is symmetric. It is symmetric. It is symmetric. Next condition. Let C equal to the plus sign instead of minus sign. What we prove? Skew symmetric value. Skew symmetric. So A minus A transpose. A minus A transpose. let C equal to A minus A transpose. Okay. Now C power transpose, which is equal to A minus A transpose the whole transpose. Expanding. This transpose comes to say A power transpose minus A transpose the whole transpose. Again A transpose. This minus sign taking out, the remaining value is A transpose the whole transpose. A transpose the whole transpose equal to what is the value? A by the property. A transpose the whole transpose equal to value is A. Therefore, A transpose minus A. A transpose minus A. This negative sign taking outside, minus taking outside, minus means A, this sign is negative, minus, this is plus A. Therefore, minus A, this is positive A minus A transpose. A minus A transpose equal to the value C. Therefore, minus C. This is negative value. So, it is skew symmetric. Skew symmetric matrices. Skew symmetric matrices. Skew symmetric matrices. Important 3-mark questions, 3-month theorem. Okay, just practice. Okay, theorem 7.2. Any square matrix can be expressed as the sum of symmetric matrix and a skew symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix already we know very well. A plus A transpose is symmetric matrices. Skew symmetric matrix is A minus A transpose is the skew symmetric matrices into 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 into A plus A transpose plus 1 by 2 into A minus A transpose. This is the result for any square matrix can be expressed as the sum of a symmetric matrix and a skew symmetric matrices. Skew symmetric matrices. In theorem 7.1, it follows that A plus A transpose and A minus A transpose are symmetric. And one more question. Important notes, one more. Note 7.4. A matrix is both symmetric and skew symmetric is a zero matrix. Zero matrices. Okay. So properties and definition is over.